Hello, Really Rubbish Racing fans. Welcome to the Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship Season 2 race of Macau here at Macau. It's the 6th round of 7, rounds 11 and 12. I'm Alex. I'm here with Adam, as always. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Alex. Good to be
here.
How
are you?
I'm very well, thanks. I'm really looking forward to this penultimate event of the Season 2 of Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship.
And it's good we're here this week, because we were here last week, but some serious lag stopped the race from happening. It stopped the race from happening after it had finished by falling apart. But in the time being, we've sorted ourselves a nice, shiny new server, just to break the illusion that this isn't a video game. Yes, got a new server. We're running on it. There's no more lag. We're here at Macau, which, as you can see from the map, it needs no lag, doesn't it?
It's not the circuit that you want lag at. No, it's an extremely tight circuit, as we can see on this section right here.
The Macau hairpin, where there'll be a full-on yellow flag the entire time. There's the Drivers' Championship standings. RlyR, a bigger lead than he has had before over his teammate Ollie K. But it's going to be one of them two, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to think so. Who's this then?
This is one of our two new entries for this round. This is Croffy in the Junior Motorsport Alfa Romeo. That's the same junior as in by Junior. It's his team. He's brought in an old acquaintance of his who's racing for him at the end of this season. And this is the Seat Leon, the lovely blue Trojan-sponsored car of Bewellian and the Argo Sport machine.
Lovely paint.
Very nice. Look at them swimmers go. And marking his 100th race, as we can see from his very special livery, 99th and 100th, or 100th and 101st, not sure, but there's RlyR in his special livery there to commemorate the event.
So here we have it then. Whole lap. So the first corner is Reservoir, now down the home straight called the Grandstand Straight. I can't see any grandstands, but they've called it that anyway. Through the very difficult Mandarin turn. I say it's difficult because you never know towards the end of the race whether you're going to have the tyres left to actually turn in. And then you've got a difficult to judge braking point for the right-hander at Lisboa. Ollie K's got it perfectly nicely done there. Then we're going up to St. Francisco Hill. A couple of lefts and right. Up the hill. Still going up the hill. This one hasn't got a name. And then into this corner, which is called Maternity, which is a very odd name for a corner on a track. Ollie's taken that very well. Tight left-hander here. Mind the edge of the barriers, they kind of poke out at this section. And then this is the Solitude S's, probably because you don't want to go through here side by side with anyone, so you need to do it in solitude. And this is Faraway Hill, another tight left and right-hander. Then we're going back down the hill, and then this is a tricky right-hander which is called Moorish Hill. Very tricky to spot the braking point because you're on a crest. Ollie K just hit the barrier there a little bit. And he's coming into Donna Maria number 2. Not sure where number 1 is, but that's a fairly easy corner to get. And then this is into the tightest section of the course, coming up to the Macau hairpin. As you said earlier, Alex, this is going to be under yellows constantly for the whole of the race. Hopefully we won't have anyone coming to blows with a barrier there. Then into the final few corners. Down the hill, into another tight section leading into the Fisherman's Corner. Penultimate corner on the course. Ollie K's done it perfectly. Hug the left-hand side. Coming into the final corner named R. Because it is a right-hander, I guess. And now stick to the left for the shortest run to the line. And that is pole position for Ollie K.
He was the first to admit that it wasn't a pretty lap. He did whack the barriers up in the tight and twisty sections a couple of times, but he made it stick, and he was the only person to shove it into the 2 minutes 29s, barely, which is the fastest time all weekend. And of course, he did very well to do so.
So there we have the first of the independents and an independable. Tommy WTF1, 1.3 off the pace, and then Smithy, Bikes Junior, and Dan Thorne. BY
James and AJK round out the top 10. Race Pro and Croffey in his first race, barely 6 seconds off the pace there in 12th.
This is quite a gap we've got down here. We've got 6 seconds Masterant Wolf, and then all the way Burwellian 10.2 off pole position. But good that he's on the grid at least.
Our last of the time runners, Lynn, there in 17th, and Bukoy not setting a time, deciding it would be safer to start from the back. Also seeing return to the grid here, which didn't get in before the grid wandered off, was Jake Hoops and Shouty, both returning after a few races out in their Chevrolet Cruises of JV Racing and Black Cats respectively, and they've put their cars on 3rd and 4th there. You can see them on the grid.
Good to have them back.
As the lights, very good to have them back. Let's see what they can do from those positions as we've got the 5 lights coming on. And they're going off. And the cars are going off. The first of 10 laps. Very clean so far, but then they've only gone a few metres in a straight line. Now Ollie's kept ahead here. They stream down to the first corner. Pretty much line of stern at the back. There's Croffey getting it a bit wrong. Oh god, there's carnage.
Look at, oh my god.
And that's one of the power cars just bouncing, flipping, rolling, and always twirling down the straight there.
I think he'd have get 10 from every judge for that roll.
That was immense, wasn't it? Some more tripping over at the at Lisboa there, which is normally where we'd expect it to happen, not before then.
So who have we got in the lead here then? Bikes Union.
In the ever fast starting BMW, and he's managed to get ahead of RlyR somehow, and Ollie's dropped right back. Ollie K is no longer in the top 5 or 6 there anywhere.
No. Well, we know this BMW is a fast starting car, but we didn't realise it would be up to first already. Oh dear.
And RlyR's done what you said not to do. He's whacked one of those sticky out barriers.
Oh,
just through the Solitude S's there.
That is not good to see. We hope he's okay.
I'm sure he will be. Oh, that was nasty. So,
whiplash.
No doubt that's him out of the race with, hopefully nothing more than whiplash. As we just see the cars come through the Melco hairpin for the first time.
Wonderful camera view we've got here.
Yeah, the cameraman even thinking to move it a little bit.
Just pull it down a bit. Perfect.
We're blessed with our largest grid of the season so far here. 18 cars made the trip all the way to the southeast corner of China for this race. Obviously a very famous race. No one wanted to miss it.
No.
The positions there at the end of lap 1.
Packed grandstands. Although...
They are.
Still not sure why this is called Grandstand Straight, but... Maybe there's lots of people watching for those windows in the high rises. Yes. Yes.
Here we have the battle for 14th and 15th. Masterant Wolf missing his bumper.
Suspension damage.
Confirming his damage there.
That is a shame. Hopefully he can continue for the rest of the race though.
He'd be wise to continue as much as he can. We know that there's likely to be a high amount of retirements here. Oh, and there we're seeing one. Is that's Smithy.
Oh, that's Lovely little pirouette there. Keeps
That
it
was
going.
beautiful, wasn't it?
Not lost a place or anything.
Let's see it again from the backwards facing camera on Dan Thorne's car.
No idea what he's doing there.
Gave the barrier a fair whack, but he didn't seem to have lost his... I didn't quite hear that. Did you hear that? I need to turn my speakers up so I can
think
hear
that
these.
was another suspension damage for Lynn. But he said that it wasn't affecting him too bad, so hopefully he'll maintain pace.
I should think we'll be hearing a lot of "I've got suspension damage" menu messages today. Radio messages even.
Yes. So now on board with the remaining RlyR 1 car, chasing down Smithy, who's just had a pirouette and lost the front end of his car. I'm sure he's probably suffering from suspension damage too.
He's suffering from bumper missing, that's for sure.
Yes.
Although they've cunningly painted the bumpers black on these Black Caps cars, so it's kind of hard to tell when it's there and when it's not.
We had a button that just had arms come out the car and push someone out of the way, or widen the track.
Tommy WTF1 wishing he was playing Mario Kart there.
No green shells in this Tommy.
He's going to have to get a bit closer before he's going to shove anyone out of the way, though, because he's got a fair few car lengths between him and the leader, and he's got Shouty breathing down his neck in his return to the championship.
Shouty looking quick. Can he make a dive into Lisboa? He's on the inside.
He's bottled it right at the last second.
Yeah.
What a wimp. He'll try again next time, I'm sure. Seeing here, this is AJK.
Oh, that's the wall.
His rear lights have popped off in a very neat fashion.
That's
Into the last corner.
Thanks for that, AJK, we just saw. This is a replay of the start from Larry's view.
difficult to see what happened there.
I think that was Ollie K spinning out Jay Coops, which explains why both of them are so far down the order.
Yeah.
Hard to keep track of the action here, for there is so much of it going on this 3.8 mile circuit, squeezed onto the cliffs looking over the South China Sea.
Sure is.
This ex-Portuguese colony. Hence why everything's got a Spanish name, like Lisboa, not Spanish. That's incredibly racist. Iberian. There we go. Saved it. No one noticed.
And yes,
As By Junior comes through,
fisherman's is extremely Portuguese.
They have a lot of fish.
And Moorish. Yeah, anyway. By Junior, yeah, doing very well to keep a good distance as well to Tommy chasing him down.
Stupid damage. I think the crash into my arse that probably did the most damage. I've got like a rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive car. It's horrible.
Shouty suffering from arse damage there.
Yes.
Always good to know. He's keeping on the arse of Tommy B though, as they
He
head up
is.
San Francisco Hill. Certainly jumping around the action here, lots to see. Back with Ollie K.
There is. The race director's doing very well to keep up with the action. Difficult to know where to look, really.
You certainly need more than one pair of eyes when watching a race around here. Smithy using all the track available to him and then some.
He is. He's giving it some beans.
Yet to win a race this season, which is unusual for him. So he's going to struggle from 7th though.
Yeah. I spoke to him earlier in the week. and he was disappointed about his season thus far. I mean, he's doing well. He's in third place in the championship, but yeah, that first race win is, holding him back. Just gives you that extra confidence boost. But he's got 4 races to make that, wish come true.
3.5 now, as we're
it's
coming
almost
towards the tail end of the 4th lap of 10. RlyR frantically chasing down Dan Thorne here. Dan Thorne, no slouch though.
Of course, no overtaking through this section, of course.
Dan's pulled out enough of the gap there to not have to worry about it, although passing into these final 2 corners quite tricky, what with the speed they're taking at.
Yes.
Although Ollie's going to have a go anyway. If there's anyone to defy tradition, it'll be Ollie. Right on his tail there. Is he going to leave him enough
mind
room?
the barrier.
Just squeezes through there. Someone thought it a good idea to put a motorway slip road just where they need to have a racing track.
Yes, there's quite a few points in this track where I think to myself, why have they put that there? Maybe it's to add to the challenge that is the Macau circuit. Well, the Macau Guia circuit. Or however you say that.
Dan going to the inside here and losing the place in the process. Lovely clean pass there by RlyR,
Lovely.
who's now up to a position, possibly
Position 5.
5. Good position.
Yeah, 5. This is
really
position 3. Chasing down position 2.
You really get the sense. You really get the sense that this they squeezed this circuit in after they built all the town.
Yeah,
the way it's laid out, rather than the other way round, which you think would be more sensible, like they've done, like they've done in South Korea recently.
Yeah, it's purpose built normally means the purpose for the build is the racetrack, but it seems the opposite, as you say. Difficult track.
Very. As Shouty shows there, nicking the inside barrier around Donna Maria II. Can't help but think maybe by Junior's holding these guys up a little bit now. He's not dropping them.
No, he's not dropping them, but he's keeping a fairly steady distance. It's very difficult to overtake on this course. I think we've seen the best place to overtake just a lap ago with RlyR on Dan Thorne, so maybe we'll see. Oh, and who's this?
Damn it, I'm in the wall. No one anywhere near me, so it's alright. I'm Moorish, naturally, and I'm gonna have to pay because I've got a puncture.
Rookie Boolean there, making a rookie mistake and being incredibly nonchalant about it.
Here's another Chevy without a front bumper. Must be the latest fashion for the cruise drivers to run sans le bumper.
Maybe it's an aerodynamic aid for this high downforce circuit. Jay also suffering from a little bit of lag that he's been known for. His connection not the greatest.
No.
But it doesn't seem to be harming anyone yet. However, it's let Croffey... Croffey? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's let Croffey sneak up on the back of these two. Two independent runners following a champion and race winner. Taking a look up the inside. Is he going to have that place? Is he going to be brave? He has been brave. Clouted the barrier for good measure.
Yeah, so as we see, that is a very good overtaking spot.
These guys haven't made it a good overtaking spot yet.
Not yet.
shouty four-wheel drifting to no avail. Looks like he's struggling to hang on to the back of these two. He's going to... Obviously, time and time again, we say the Chevy heavy on its tyres.
Yes, it devours them.
And round here, it's going to be doubly so. Are they tasty, these tyres? Is that why?
According to the crews, yeah.
Didn't you, at your test session you had with the Black Cats team, did you not maybe sneak a little lick of the tyres just to check out the...
I didn't, I'm afraid, no. Because I was too worried about the lead in those tyres. So if I didn't want to get any lead poisoning.
It's news to me that these Yokohama Advan tyres are leaded.
No. On the side of the track. Come on, do you not listen back to your commentaries?
No, I don't.
Anyway, moving on. Back with the front three. Without lead in their tyres. Maybe, and probably without any lead in their petrol as well.
I should hope so. It's against regulations.
All uses unleaded BP.
Plus, who on earth uses 4-star nowadays? Who have we got here? This looks like Lynn.
Oh! Mind that?
Very painful.
I've crashed. It's quite terminal.
Quite terminal crash there. Bugger indeed. Seemed to drive straight for that jutting out barrier like he no longer wanted to participate in the race anymore.
Sorry to interrupt you, Alex, but we've got Shouty making a move on Tommy at the last, but he's not made it stick. Sorry.
He's copped out into the turn at the bottom of San Francisco Hill. However, it's probably for the best because you can lose a lot of time if you're offline through any of these corners. Not that he's got anyone breathing down his neck. Well, saying that, Ollie K is catching them fast, so maybe he should get a move on.
Carrying some speed through Faraway Hill there, though.
This is the move that got Ollie K up to 4th. PY James making being a little cuddly with the barriers through R. And again through Reservoir.
Yes. These three are still in the same order then, and Shouty's not going to change that by driving like that either.
Scrubbing the tyres every which way and dragging his doors and wing mirrors down the barriers.
And this has really brought Ollie K onto the back of these three now, and even Pike James.
It has. And all Shouty's got to show for his endeavours is a broken tail light. Let's hope the authorities don't pull him over for that. Sparks flying from the Chevrolet there.
Although it is not a Chevrolet Spark.
Very good. There's some of the drivers clearly running very low ground clearance here, which it's a bumpy circuit, not too advisable, but you lose out on these long straights that you've got at the beginning and end of the lap if you do anything too drastic with your setup to help you get through the corners, don't you?
You do, because I mean, it's all well and good being good in the corners in quali, because that's where you need it. But in a race, it's all about track position. So you need to have that compromise between the two, really.
Jay Coops lining up for a move on Don Matteo into the final corner. Decided against it.
Yeah, not a normal passing place.
No, Don Matteo holding a very, very stern middle line there and letting Jay figure out how to get round. Lots of cooling in the front of that car, though.
Yeah, Jay his legs will be a bit breezy.
But he's whacked the barrier on the outside of the reservoir, and that's let Croffy through.
Yeah, it has.
Running very well in his first ever race in Really Rubbish Racing and the Touring Car Championship.
Yeah, it's a very good showing from the Scot.
The graphic there showing a black car, obviously that's just the left-hand side of the car. Most of the car is orange. If that was confusing you, fear not, you're not going mad. Here's another orange car, Tommy B, still in second. But look at that now, Ollie K's closed right up. Orange and black, they go well together, the complementary colours you see. Then black goes with everything. You know that if
Orange and Black is available on Netflix. $5.99 a month. Other streaming services are available. Anyway. Oh, this is tight.
Very tight. Tommy hitting the barrier twice there through Moorish Hill and the corner after Moorish Hill, which doesn't appear to have a name, but he's now lost his front bumper and SEAT badge, so no one's going to know what he's driving.
No. The steward's surely got to look into that.
All going very wide there at Melco, but no one allowed to do anything because you can't overtake. We're waiting for someone just to stop and queue everyone up there and have a laugh about it. Running wide again there, missing the downforce of his front splitter clearly. Just got lumps of Spanish metal there on the front of his car.
This really has allowed Bug Junior to run away with it now. And look at the gap. There it is. Do a couple of seconds up the road.
People up now. Yeah, he's doing very well. We know the...
Got no front bumper, yay.
Tommy very happy about his weight reduction on his SEAT.
Yeah.
As he gets swarmed all over the back of both Shouty and Ollie K. Ollie K showing us what a SEAT looks like when it does have a bumper.
Oh no. No.
Blimey, that's close.
Don't crash. Please don't crash.
Going 2.5 wide there through the Mandarin corner. Shouty finally making it past, as has Ollie K.
Oh, that is a real shame.
Of Tommy B there now down to 4th. He's missing that bumper now, isn't he?
He is.
And he's the next person on P.Y. James's hit list, looming in the background there in his Scirocco.
He's coming.
So now that Shouty's passed Tommy, is he going to make any inroads into By Junior's lead? And are we going to see Shouty grabbing his first win of the season? Because he's not had one either. Both Black Cats drivers, race winners, but not in this series so far.
No, the two drivers with the most wins, in fact, and neither of them have yet to add to their tally this season even.
Ooh, what a spooky statistic. Jinkies.
I'm not so sure he's going to be chasing down the BMW by Junior though, with only a lap and a bit to go.
No.
Especially with Ollie K on his chuff.
I think he's going to let Ollie K have a go for him. Because having started on pole and dropping right down the order on the first lap due to the collision with Jay Coops, he's going to want to, he needs to grab as many points as he possibly can with his teammate and title rival RlyR being out of the running.
He does, he really needs to make
no
most
points.
of this, yeah.
Of course, the DNF earlier for RlyR means that's the second of his 2 lowest drop scores, so he won't have any drop points now. Ollie K only has 1 race to his name where he's not finished in the points.
You're right there, Alex.
Amass as many as possible. As we head on to the final lap, the last 2.5 minutes of racing is upon us.
This really looks like Ollie K is going to make a move into Lisboa at the end of this long straightaway.
Biding his time through Mandarin. He's pulled alongside. Is he going to make it round the outside? He got a Bawillian there who moves nicely out the way.
Oh, he's made it even before the corner.
You can't move for Seats around here, can you?
No. Oh.
Bawillian deciding not to take that corner. Or that corner, he's clear. Oh, spun ahead of...
Mind the gap. Oh.
Oh,
And so we can see there, Pike James has made it past Tommy.
ball with Jay Coops now. Coffee ahead, still hunting down Don Matteo. This would be a good result for him. And having said that, commentator's curse, he's gone straight on at Lisboa.
Yeah. Sorry, Don Matteo.
But of course, it's not my fault because this has already happened.
No, you've ruined the illusion.
Don't worry, we'll rebuild that fourth wall as soon as we've finished here. AJK and Dan Thorne. What position are they fighting over?
7th and 6th, I believe.
6th and 7th?
Oh yeah, you can say it that way as well.
Let's say it in numerical order, as you're supposed to.
May as well.
I'm not quite sure where AJK is going to get past in these final few corners.
No. Especially not into maternity. Or whatever that one's called. Can't remember.
That was Donna Maria. Maternity was earlier on.
It was.
Anyway, we cut back to By Junior, who is in first still. And this is going to be a brilliant drive and a brilliant win. And the first in the club for this Welsh but not Welshman.
He's done everything right.
And nothing wrong. He's applied just enough throttle out of every corner in that rear-wheel drive BMW out of these tight and twisty circuits to take a wonderful victory there for Kaibatsu Racing. It's also their first victory.
Woo.
Here we cut back to AJK and Dan Thorne.
Out for 7th
There's
and
not
6th.
much room there.
Where's Dan going?
It's taken a very sharp line into that corner, but they both made it round, and AJK's come out in front. And they'll take 6th place there.
Great stuff.
Jacobs and Race Pro. They're all waiting to the last two corners on the last lap to have goes for position.
Yeah.
And this is for the final points position. We know Monolith needing as many points as well as they can, with Racing Colour not here this weekend for the independence
Jay
points.
was going to drive into the barrier then.
And what we've got here, this is replay the start line crash, or
pain. Oh.
we certainly hope Buka was all right there after that roly-poly down the straight. We'll see it from on board here. No, he gets alongside Wolf and then and destroys the camera in the process.
Oh my god, that must have been a high impact. Anyway, race results. Alex.
Yes, there are some, 8 of them. The first 8 by Junior taking his first ever win in the club. Very well done from Ollie K in second. He's salvaging as many points as he can do with RlyR out. And Shouty a third position there on his return to the championship after a few race weekends out. Very well done to him.
Here we are, the latter points finishers. Croffy on his first race with the club taking a 9th position ahead of Jay Coops, the champion of PC Season 1 nonetheless. Then we have Race Pro, unfortunately just missing out on that final points position by 1 second. And here's some DNFs.
High profile DNFs there from Bukoy, Blair 1 and others.
Indeed.
That was the first race from Macau in the Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship Season 2. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
It was a cracker. It was.
Well, that was an odd sensation, lapping someone rather than being lapped. I'd like to thank everybody in positions 1 to 6 at the start for crashing and getting out of the way.
Oh, he is modest, isn't he?
He sure is.
Very, very popular with the Really Rubbish Racing circus is by Junior since he's joined.
Yeah, it was a very good victory. He, as I said, he did nothing wrong. He you could say he looked in on some of those positions, but as soon as he got in the lead, he stayed there, and that's not easy to do when you've got Tommy and Shouty, multiple race winners, breathing down your neck.
We'll see how he does in race 2 from 8th position. I've been Alex, he's been Adam. Thank you for watching.